And we are back, my friends. Welcome back. Sorry, my learned friends. I always forget it's my learned friends, not my friends. Why would you be my friends? I don't know you. Anyway, we're back with the return of the great departed soul. Yeah, my client kind of sucks. He's determined to be declared guilty, I swear. Mr. Nanowrimo, what on earth were you playing at just now? Or rather, what on earth were you playing at it all along? My hypothesis! My amazing hypothesis! You've been picking holes in it from the start! Sorry about that. But you promised me! You said you'd prove that Tron explosion was an accident, not murder. You said you'd keep my precious invention from falling into anyone else's hands. But all you've done so far is try to undermine me. Yes, I did make you a promise, you're right. I said that I'd believe in you and fight for your freedom to the very end. But I also told you I was no scientist. I don't understand your hypothesis. The fact is, there's an undeniable flaw in your logic, isn't there? Oh, but I would just run through some equations. Yes, you see? It's because my work is incomplete. Perhaps it is. Nevertheless, a man died as a consequence. Didn't he? Oh. Oh no! You're right. You're so right. It's all my fault. And I have no right to blame you for my failures. I'm a disaster, not just as a scientist, but as a human being. Well, that might be a little over the top. And while we're on the subject, what about Berg? He's being awful. Claiming his old university friend to be a murderer, you mean? He's a disaster, not just as a prosecutor, but as a human being. Oh, but no, wait, he's the Reaper, isn't he? Perhaps he's not classified as Homo sapiens anymore. Glad that's cleared up. Can I double check something with you? Oh, yes, what? The machine and demonstration you prepared. They were based entirely on your hypothesis, I presume? There was no trickery involved? I drew the plans for the machine with my very own hands. Every line was painstakingly drawn from the firm belief that science is the only future. So yes, it's true that my hypothesis hasn't reached maturity yet, but please, Mr. Nanowrimo, you must believe in it. Alright, Professor, I understand. Counsel defendant. The prosecution witness ready to take a stand. Court is about to be in session again. Make your way to the courtroom, please. They're so aggressive. It all hinges on that demonstration. If the professor's hypothesis is as sound as he claims, it leaves him as the only person who could possibly have killed the victim. But on the other hand, Mr. Sholmes is adamant. A practical implementation, such as was attempted by the professor at the Great Exhibition, is quite impossible. So really, what should I be trying to prove here? I don't know. Can't say I know. In the name of Her Majesty the Queen, I hereby reconvene the proceedings of this court. Counsels for the defense and prosecution, are you ready for the new witnesses to testify? The prosecution is ready, my lord. As is the defense, my lord. So, Lord Van Zieks, I believe this next witness saw the demonstration on the day in question with their own eyes. Indeed, they did. And as luck would have it, one of them is a police detective. So the testimony we're about to hear can be considered highly reliable. Perfect. A detective of all people. The prosecution's stance remains unchanged. Though it ended in tragedy, the demonstration on the day in question was scientifically sound. And consequently, the sole person with the opportunity to have committed this act of murder is the only other individual to have been present on the stage at the time, the accused. Thank you, counsel. The prosecution's position is clear. So, bring forth your witnesses now. Bailiff, show the witnesses in. The witnesses who proximity. Okay, yeah, whatever. Words. Okay. What are you doing here? Witnesses, state your names and occupations for the court to hear. My name is Boss Balloon. I'm a posterior of the hot air balloons in the vicinity of the experimental stage. My name is Wilhelm Gottfried Sigemund Einstein. I have come to see the great exhibition of the way for my home in Bohemia. That's not an accent. I'm very rich. Inspector Gino Lestrade, Scotland Yard. I'm a great detective. Even Erlach Sholmes agrees. I was on security duty at the exhibition, and I got to go up in one of the balloons. It was amazing. Gina, again. But she did mention that she'd seen the disaster from up in the balloon, actually, didn't she? And she clearly loved every minute of it. There were 3 balloons flying near the public experimentation stage when the incident occurred. 2 of these witnesses were in such balloons at the time and saw events unfold from the skies above. You make it sound like they were... Oh, I don't know how to do your voice. Oh gosh. You make it sound like they were in the clouds. It was only an altitude of 60 feet. Very low. Words. I don't know. I'm running out of accents, everybody. Well, you can't see nothing if you fly too high, can you? 60 feet. About 18 meters then. I love the metric system. Thank you for your introductions. Now you will give your formal testimony for the court. Kindly describe exactly what you witnessed. Alright, so let's see where we're going here. Easy. Okay. It was an incidente terribile. I was only grateful that my balloons were not damaged. That was not an accent. There's this huge bang from the stage, and then the next second, another bang in the sky beside us. And from amid the smoke, a cage appeared out of nowhere. The cage fell from the sky like a stone and crashed into the crystal tower. I didn't get a good look inside the cage, but no one went near after it crashed into the tower. I'm sorry, I was so busy trying to voice them, I actually didn't read any of that. The most extraordinary collective account, I must say. Could I just clarify something? There's a detail in the witness's testimony that I've not heard any mention of until now. Specifically, that there were 2 explosions. More precisely, 2 explosions in 2 separate places, yes. When the demonstration began, the balloon carrying the 2 witnesses was around here. There were other balloons in the air nearby at the time, carrying other passengers as well, to be clear. Then, as power was supplied to the machine for the demonstration, the first explosion occurred. The so-called birdcage that contained the victim disappeared from the stage, and a moment later, the second explosion occurred, directed adjacently to the balloon carrying the witnesses. The birdcage appeared at the site of the explosion, subsequently to plummet down into the crystal tower. I was very surprised. Suddenly a cage appeared before my eyes with the person inside. The blast was so hot, I didn't want to miss a thing, so I kept my eyes wide. I still have lots of money. Little brat. Please. Precisely who is this curious infant? I'm told he is a young noble of Bohemian royalty. Apparently, he disguised himself in order to steal unnoticed into the great exhibition. I'm here in London as a sightseeing trip with my elementary school. We will have the benefit of a child's point of view in this testimony. Do we really need that? When I remove my mask, this is what they look like. Ah, yes, I see. A delightful face, I'm sure. Ja, everybody says so. Great disguise, then. The point is, the testimony of these witnesses further substantiates the facts for the court. Namely, that despite ending in an explosion, instantaneous kinesis was successfully demonstrated. And furthermore, that until the arrival of the police, no one approached the Crystal Tower where the victim fell. Therefore, only the accused, who was with Mr. Osman on the stage, could possibly have committed the murder. Yes, thank you, counsel. The prosecution's views on the matter are quite clear. So the defense's cross-examination now, please. Yes, my lord. Okay. Okay. It was incidente terribile. Ai, molto bene. Ai. No molto bene. Sto male. Ai. Okay. Okay. Hold it. So you actually saw the accident happen from up in the air? Yep. Isn't it amazing what a detective gets to do, eh? I'm telling you, Otto. Being a lawyer's a mug scheme. You should join the force and we can go flying together. You know me so well. Yes, well, anyway. Could you tell us exactly what you saw, do you think? Everything. We saw everything because we were above it all. That dodgy cove climbing up in the stage and that dodgy professor pulling all them levers. And that's when it happened. That's when there was that massive bang and the case disappeared just like that. You are describing the moment the subject's body was decomposed by the electricity, I believe. I didn't know what to make of it, but that's when there was another bang right in my ear. I looked round and there was a huge great fireball right next to us in the sky, and there was nothing there before.
Excuse me.
Why are you all mad? Master Gotts, does your memory of the day differ? Me, a teacher at elementary school, says that when you meet someone for the first time, you should always use the full name. Yes, what was it again? Wilhelm Gustris Sigmund Ormsted. Just the 4 names, then. The point is, do you have something to say? Something to add in response to Detective Gina Lestrange's last remark, perhaps? I love that she's a detective. I'm so happy. Oi, get it right, Otto. It's Inspector Lestrange. Why does everyone have a problem with how I address them at the moment? That is not what I saw. Oh? Yeah, there was a second explosion and it was right beside the balloon. That is true. But I'm sure. Which is what I said, innit? 1 minute there was nothing there and the next a massive explosion. Me and teacher at elementary school, it said that's when someone else is speaking. If you're rude enough to interrupt, you will have the most awful life imaginable. Are all Bohemians brought up to be so full of joy? I'm still very rich. Just before the second explosion happened next to our room, I clearly witnessed a green broom flying in the sky. A green balloon? Eh? You what? I never saw nothing like that. Well, I did. I saw it. And you can't say I didn't. I will complain to the council. I will cry and scream. My testimony is the truth. I am Bohemian Prince. You cannot say it's a lie. That is not allowed. He's playing the blatant royalty card, are ya? Typical. Says the orphan who likes to remind people she works for Her Majesty's police. Well, she grew up poor. Give her a break. In that case, young man, I must ask you to amend your formal testimony in the interest of the cordial national relations between Great Britain and Bohemia. it was not in the sky when that exploded. It was a green balloon that was next to us at the time. Whoa, that was a lot of Z's. Okay, let me save. Why is it saying I'm in part 1? I'm pretty sure I'm in part 2. Yeah, okay. That kind of scared me for a second. Like, I don't think I'm in part 1 anymore. Okay. Like, I'm all for a long case, but I'm getting a little long there. Do I have any evidence? It was not the sky that exploded. It was the green balloon that was next to us at the time.
Objection.
Oh, I guess that's not... Okay, here's the thing. I have evidence that there was a green balloon. But maybe I'm supposed to disprove the point first. I thought maybe I was like supporting the point, you know? Ugh. I was trying to harmonize. Why can't we all just get along? Okay. The green balloon that exploded. The green... Oh, I didn't do this. The green balloon that exploded is... Let's see. Oh, it's a sketch, so you do not see. Okay, we'll just press on this statement, because I do not know.
Hold it!
A green balloon, you say? Are you sure about that? Of course I'm sure. I'm probably mean Prince. All these questions are making me boring. I think you mean bored. English is very annoying. The language of my countrymen is far superior. Ragazzo, it is a very wrong to lie. He is Italian. Okay, I got you. Lie? Oh wait, yeah, ragazzo. Il ragazzo. La ragazza. Fly balloons will never explode. For the same reason the planets never explode. It is logical. Illogical. Please tell me that doesn't mean logical. Yep. If you insult me, you insult our Bohemia. Might I? You will have the army come and shoot all your stupid balloons out of the sky. All of them. Here you are, Your Highness. I just did. I don't. It's been a while since I've done the Italiano. Alright. Mi piace Italiano molto bene. Okay. Mamma mia. Okay. If only all international incidents were so easily resolved. Now that peaceful relations have been restored here in the courtroom, perhaps we could return to the testimony. Did you also see the moment that the cage materialized, Mr. Loon? No, I did not see the explosions myself. However, Mamma mia! The cage! It fell from the sky like a stone and crashed into the crystal tower.
Hold it!
What am I supposed to do with this information? Did you actually see? Okay, actually, hold on 1 second. Let me just skip ahead a little bit. Okay, wait. Okay, hold on. Oh, I didn't mean to go ahead. Is there any hints you got? How's he really asserting the demonstration was genuine? But what if it was actually some kind of switch around trick instead? That's what I'm saying. That would mean the victim was never actually on stage in the first place. The two explosions would have thrown everyone watching into a panic for sure. I think I need to find out more about what exactly people saw at the time. Oh, okay, so I am supposed to keep pressing. It was incidente terribile. I'm only grateful that my balloons were not damaged. Therefore, there were 3 balloons flying above the experimentation stage at the time, I understand. Si, all 3 of them, my bellissimi bambini. They are very popular, signor. Some people will pay £10 for one ride. £10? That's more than my annual stipend. £20 a month, that is my pocket money. Royals have all the luck. I got up there for free, I did. Played the old work of Majesty's police card, you know. Detectives of all the luck. If they're so popular, why would you only be operating such a small number of balloons, though? Because I have too many in the skies. They could crash into each other. The operators for the balloons were decided by lots, with each operator manning a particular area. See? And that the zone above experimentation stage is the most profitable. I just lost the accent again. I don't think I ever had it. The other impresarios, they hate me. Thank you, witness. I think the court has a clear picture. Okay. Perhaps we could hear more about what you actually witnessed the incident. Right? I can fill you in there, my lord. Okay, wait. Do I present the charred balloon and this part? Because he said none of my balloons were damaged, but clearly there was a damaged balloon. Because there's a green one. One sec. One sec. Please be the right answer, because that... Oh gosh. Okay, wait. Present...
Objection!
Yes! Okay. Mr. Loon, in your testimony, you said that all 3 of the balloons you had operating at the time were undamaged. See? That is correct. If they had been caught in the explosions, I would have been terrible. I can't accent anymore. Oh, God. I wonder if you might know what this is. Ah, I think it may be. See? Part of a balloon. A burnt piece of the fabric of the envelope. Sorry, the envelope? Burden. That is the large round part of the balloon which becomes filled with hot air. Aria. It is made from very thick fabric lined with rubber. You do not want it to rip when you are in the sky. Let's stop this and just go to the cinema. Just as I thought. This piece of cloth was found near the experimentation stage. In other words, as Master Gauss testified, a green balloon did indeed explode that day. Hey! If all the balloons in the sky above the experimentation stage belong to you, Mr. Loon, then your statement that they were all undamaged clearly contradicts the evidence. No! Mamma mia! It's not molto bene. Sto male. Abbastanza bene? I should be
Objection!
Shut up! The instantaneous kinesis did occur, but after the explosion on the stage, the point of materialization shifted at a location occupied by a balloon. Causing the balloon to explode, yes, evidently possible. An unfortunate traffic accident, as it were, but it changes nothing about the pertinent facts. This I cannot accept! Why not, Mr. Loon? You are suggesting that I am a liar! That person's died in a balloon incident! There's no need to get fired up, Mr. Loon. The victim was the sole fatality that day. That's right, and I prove it. Balthazar Loon is not a liar. Balthazar Loon is not a liar. There is no such balloon in the sky. It is non-possible. Possibile. You're saying it's impossible? Why? The throwing in random Italian words is killing me. They always do that, but it's so stupid. They'll throw around random words. You just suddenly go, "Come si dice," and then they say it in Italian because they can't think of the English word. That's usually how the conversations go. Anyway, this court has more important matters to discuss than the number of balloons that were operating that day. Hey!
Objection!
But we can't ignore the fact that nobody appears to have known anything about this other balloon until now. My lord. The defense calls for further testimony from Mr. Loon. Oh great, more Italiano! Mi piace Italiano molto bene. I don't know how to say much, so I just say bene instead. I concur. There is clearly more to the truth here than meets the eye. It's imperative that we clear up the issue of this phantom balloon, I feel. Witness, you will give supplementary testimony about the balloons you were operating at the exhibition. Hi, grazie, my lord. Prego. As I said, Barazazarun is no liar. Every balloon I had in the sky landed safely. All 3 of my balloons were carrying passengers. If they fell to the ground in an explosion, what a catastrophe! But you can't get away from the fact that a little bit of cloth is under the scene, can you? The coppers of the yard reckon it was probably some debris thrown from the explosion on the stage. The stupido ragazzo was mistaken. My balloons had the red and blue zigzag stripes anyway. Stupido ragazzo. Okay. I'm so stupid. Geo assertion is a balloon this child saw was not one belonging to you. Again, come si dice ragazzo, and then boy. Ah, sì. Sì, esattamente. Even if he saw a balloon in the first place. I do not like the sound of it. It is very bad for business. I have a good mind to sue the land of Bohemia. If you attack us, we will make back. We will vor. Arad vor. I probably should do the toddler voice, huh? I'm still very rich. What happened to All Out War? Mr. Loon certainly doesn't appear to be lying, but that doesn't change the fact that the testimony and evidence are contradictory here. If the defense is unable to find faults with the witness's statements, the court must consider them the truth. Think long and hard on that, my learned friend. The situation is clearly changed now. I have to get to the bottom of what happened here, no matter what it takes. I feel like I'm just supposed to present evidence right away. Okay, 3 balloons. Oh, that's so cool. Ah, it's molto bene. Mi piace molto. Hey, okay, every balloon I had, they saved all 3 of my balloons. Okay, I'm gonna think there might be something around 3 balloons. Okay. Doesn't the sketch show 2 balloons? Let me try submitting the sketch.
Objection!
No! Ah! Okay, I didn't know if a sketch would count, but I guess not. I never know what this game wants from me. Ah! And I got 2 more games after this one. The lore is too deep. I only played this one first because it was cheaper, and I heard that the guy puts his foot on a disc. And then I forgot about it, and he surprised me anyway. What a catastrophe! Hey, okay. A, I, O, E, U. Okay, what evidence do we have? Okay, distinctive handle. Is there, no, okay. I don't have any evidence. Okay, so I have to go back. Alright, fine. Back. Okay.
Hold it!
It would be quite a catastrophe if they fell to the ground for any reason, I think. On that note, Mr. Loon, tell me, are you an idiot? Sorry? That is like asking, why does a candle burn bright? It burns bright because it burns bright, and it flies because it flies. What else? Huh. That must be Italian for I don't know. There are 2 types of flying balloons, hot air balloons and gas balloons. Hot air balloons work on the principle of hot air being less dense than cold air, whereas gas balloons derive their lift by using gas that is lighter than air. See, and my balloons are filled with the magic gas, I believe. Hydrogen, lighter than air, but highly explosive. I do not permit smoking of the cigarettes. Any of my balloons. The magic gas is not like fire. Even a small spark of static electricity could cause the entire balloon to explode. What's the matter with you, signor? All that comes out about this explosion. Explosion. Explosion! I tell you, my balloons are perfectly safe. They have to be here or I cannot eat. None of my balloons exploded that day. I am so especially sure. But if you still say that's what happened, you must show me the proof. Alright, so Mr. had 3 balloons in the air that day. If none of them were damaged, then what was the one that exploded? You can't get away from Bruno.
Hold it!
There was considerable damage to the stage and surrounding area, wasn't there? Yeah, some of the girls what were watching the experiment were caught in the blast and injured. Good job, the old contraption did keel over, eh? I hadn't even considered that. It seems there was a great panic after the incident occurred. Nevertheless, the police shouldn't have missed a torn piece of the envelope from the balloon. Inspector Gregson can expect repercussions. Like me swapping all the fish and chips, eh? The man's sole pleasure. None of this matters. A scrap of balloon envelope means nothing. Niente.
Hold it!
You mean the color is wrong? Si, signor. I do not have any green balloons, no verde, in my warehouse. And yet, a piece of green cloth was found at the scene, and it's unmistakably from a balloon. Well, I do not know what that can be. For the sake of argument, let's say that a green balloon did explode above the stage. You couldn't, therefore, conclude that it happened on the day in question. Why not? There have been recreational balloon flights over Hyde Park operating from before the Great Exhibition. One could have exploded at some earlier date. Unfortunate, as I'm sure you'd agree. You believe it may have been found earlier balloon accident that predates the exhibition? Si, exactamente. As the signore says, it's not from my balloons. Clearly, this little ragazzo from Bohemia is mistaken about what he saw. Hey, pursue. I need to stop. Lo siento, Turiela Italianos. It's Master Wilhelm Gottfried Sigmunds's Ornstein. It was on the tip of my tongue. Ja, some things are very wrong. I know what I saw. There was a green balloon there. I swear it. I swear all over Bohemia. You can speak as much bad language as you like, but it changes nothing. If you do not have evidence to crowd so, then I must tell your parents to punish you, eh? Perhaps we'll let the judge decide when it comes to punishments. Evidence? What is this evidence? To give a simple example, young man. A photograph, for instance. Some tangible proof of what you claim. Well, why didn't you say so sooner? I have the photograph here. Good gracious. What? I had not been up in a balloon for a little while, so I was very excited. I took lots and lots of photographs of the Crystal Tower, of the Bohemian exhibit, of the streets of London, of the hot air cellar, the balloon, and the instantaneous kinesis experiment. Did you take a picture of that? Ja? One picture. Really? You did take one? But all I wanted was a ride in a balloon. I was not interested in boring experiments. Never mind that. Can you show us that photograph? Of course. And then you will see. You will see that I am not lying. That I really did see green balloon. It's in black and white. Well, I see you are too shocked to speak. Yes, I think shocked is indeed the word, young man. Ja, perhaps you cannot see that it was a green balloon from this photograph, but that is not my fault. fault. That is the fault of the stupid person who made the camera. That is a very bohemian sounding cry. Very well, the court will accept this photograph as evidence. Okay. It's not my fault. It's the fault of the person who made the camera. Well, never mind. I'm sure you have plenty of wonderful memories to take home with you. In any case, when exactly did you take that photograph? Well, it was on the day of the big explosion. You don't say. When I pressed the shutter release, there was this very loud bang. And a hot wind thrust over my face. That means this photograph was taken a split second before the explosion occurred. Well, if you ask me, this black and white photograph changes nothing. I could not give a flying fig. Lovely language you picked up. As I thought, it's Mr. Loon's testimony just doesn't quite add up. The young bohemian boy claims to have seen another fourth balloon, but Mr. Loon vehemently denies the possibility, and it's hard to imagine the man in charge could be mistaken about the number that they were in the air. Still, this inconsistency must tell us something, I'm sure. Okay, let me see what we're dealing with here. Okay, I just want to observe the photograph. Wait, there's no one in it. Why is there no one in the balloon? Y'all see that? Okay, one sec. Let me save. Why is there no one in the balloon? That's weird. Also, can we see like the other photos? They may be relevant. Okay, yeah. I'm like, what do you mean carrying passengers? This balloon wasn't carrying any passengers, Gadar. Unfortunately, the photograph Mr. Gotts took can't tell us the color of the balloon, but it can tell us something else, something crucially important. What? It shows that the picture balloon wasn't carrying any passengers. Ah, my goodness, you're right. No one else noticed this? But surely all the balloons would have been carrying passengers. There would be no sense in it otherwise. See, they're for pleasure, for seeing the view. My balloons only fly passengers. Which tells us that the picture balloon isn't one of them. So when the incident occurred that day, there was a fourth balloon in the skies above the experimentation stage. The mysterious green balloon. I know nothing. Niente. I only know one thing. If this balloon was not carrying passengers, then it was not one of mine.
Objection!
There are illegal tradesmen everywhere if you care to look. Clearly, one such entrepreneur decided to capitalize on the opportunity presented by the Great Exhibition, and managed to operate balloon flights on Mr. Loon's patch without him realizing. See, the competizione, trying to steal my profits. I did not notice because the experimento that went wrong on the stage. This fourth balloon exploded on the very same moment as Mr. Osmond was beamed from the stage below. Right, so them scraps have fell to the ground after and left them scorch marks. They didn't come back from the stage at all. It was bits of balloon raining down. But because no one was in it, it didn't get no attention. A mysterious fourth balloon carrying no passengers, silently floating over the experimentation stage.
Objection!
This photograph shows us nothing more. A stray balloon carrying no one and operated by some rogue traitor. Clearly it has nothing to do with the case. Its relevance just does elude me, I must say. The court has seen sufficient evidence and heard ample testimony already. The prosecution calls for this trial to be concluded. Oh no. A summation examination! We are due for one. Really? Have we got the truth yet? No, I can't let this opportunity slip away. The jurors' minds are made up, and not in our favor. What else can this photograph tell us? There is more. Just let me, the position of the balloon, probably. One sec. Just let me look at it quick. Is there anything down here? You can't really... You can see he's in here. Vaguely. There's definitely more. I just have to think.
Objection!
Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, wait. Please don't give your decisions yet. The photograph of Mr. Gotts may well be hiding one more vital clue. What's that? A vital clue!
Objection!
Don't get so mad. We're well past the point of mere possibilities. It's time for definitives now, so tell the court. What exactly does this alleged clue in the photograph prove? Guys, my bluffing is not paying off. I don't know. What does the balloon prove? One sec. Okay, let me do a little bit of observation again. The powers of observation. Ha! Okay, wait. Balloon. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and a 6, and a 7. Okay, your photograph. It's spelled with an F in Italian. Fun fact for you. Photo. Okay. Ah! Hello! And hello. Of course you can't see him bleeding out. Okay, I don't... What does it prove? The balloon's color? Oh wait, the stripes? Hold on. Does the balloon have stripes on it? He said his balloons have stripes. Let's try the balloon's owner. It might be wrong, but I think it has stripes. The owner of the fourth balloon, that's what this photograph tells us. Oh, can this be possible? See, all of my balloons have red and bruises and stripes. This photograph is black and white. It is useless. Well, at the very least, we can see the balloon doesn't have any stripes. And consequently, we know that it can't belong to you. Congratulations. You've narrowed the field of everyone in the world by 1. Okay, fine. It didn't have any stripes. I wasn't sure. I wasn't paying attention. The cause of the explosion, yeah? Should we go crazy and say it reveals the cause of the explosion? I don't know. The balloon's color? 1 second. I really want to figure this out without just going through all the options, but... You're not gonna know the balloon's color. Unless there's like, it's green because the trees are green. Is that what it does? Green? It's the same shade of green as the trees? Let me just go down the list, forget it. The balloon's color, that's what this photograph tells us. This is too absurd for words. How on earth do you propose that the color of the balloon can be discerned from this sepia print? You have to clear your mind of all the extraneous information that's clouding your judgment. Then look at the photograph and focus. Now tell me, what color do you see? Sepia. They really called me stupid. I was like, it's the same shade of gray as the trees. Okay, fine. They didn't even let me look, like, they didn't even have him react. They're just like, man, you were an idiot. Okay, apparently it reveals the cause of the explosion. Is that like some dude tampering? Is that not the accused tampering with the machine? Alright, fine, the cause of the explosion. We can reasonably assume that the picture balloon was destroyed in the searing heat of the explosion. Ja, that's right. Ja, it was not my fault. Evidently, because the bird cage from the kinesis machine materialized in the sky where it had been flying. And the balloon, being filled with flammable hydrogen, instantly and explosively ignited.
Objection!
No, that's not what happened. What? It would appear this photograph requires closer examination. Counsel for the defense, you will highlight the location of this alleged clue in the photograph for the court. Of course, my lord. I don't know. If you look closely, it's plain enough. Where? One showed is linked to another piece of evidence we have. Oh! Wait. Uh-huh. 1 second. Okay, let me save. It's the thing. It's the thing. Okay, I just have to find something that looks like it, but it's the thing. 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 One sec. Oh my goodness gracious. Okay, so we look at the evidence, and we remember go to court record. I think maybe it has something to do with this in the bottom of this. So let me just look at the things and look for the thing. I don't see anything. Okay, looking at the balloon. I don't see anything up here. I don't see. What are the sandbags? Lots of spectators. What's that? Is that the thing? I thought maybe. I am concerned. Okay. It has something to do with the evidence we already have. I don't see. No. What's that? 1 sec. I mean, luckily, we have it saved, so we can go back. I'm just trying to figure out. Okay, this thing is a very distinctive handle. I also have a mysterious contraption found behind a tree. Contraption found behind a tree and a screwdriver. Behind a tree? I don't see a contraption by a tree. What's this? I can't. Oh, wait, no, that's the ribbons. Okay. I'm looking. I feel really stupid right now. Like I feel like the last part I got through real quick, like, and this time I'm just like, is it the bags? I feel like the bags just weigh things down. Let me try that first. I'm just trying different things. Nope, the music did stop. Okay, fine. What are they on about? Okay, let me think. Is that contraption somewhere? Am I like missing something? I love that I was like, you can see the color, and they're just like, yeah, no, you're tripping. Okay. Okay. What if that's just like not harebrained? I don't know. What am I looking for? I feel as though I'm missing something very obvious, and I'm just not sure what they're getting at. Is it missing a part? I don't know. Hello, who did that?
Take that!
No. Okay, guys, I'm lost. You've lost me, friends. And I like to figure out things quickly, so I don't have to edit things out. But now I'm just sitting here like, I don't know. What about these are tied to the corner. The corner. Why did the balloon explode? What about that?
Take that!
Perhaps it's a matter of it. Okay, guys. I don't know. Okay, hold on. I went back and started looking at the contraption. Some sort of lever here. There's an archer somewhere down there. Wait a second. Okay. Okay, 1 second. Okay, he's gonna be down here somewhere. Okay, I just have to find him. Okay, where is this mysterious archer? Who hit the balloon by the tree? I'm looking. Where's the archer? Am I crazy? Is there no archer? I'm looking for an archer. And I don't understand. Okay, I feel stupid. I had to look it up. I thought this line over here was glare from the light in the room. I didn't think that was the arrow. Oh my goodness. Yeah, no, I never would have figured. I thought that was glare. I didn't think it was actually in there. Okay, whatever. Great. Go team. The timing of this photograph can only be described as miraculous. Yeah, I had to look that one up. Nope. If you look, you'll notice there's a bright white line that appears to point directly at the balloon. Most likely a ray of light. See, that's what I thought! I'm so stupid! I'm as stupid as Benzie. It's terrible. Okay. I'm afraid I cannot see anything of the sort. If you look with the magnifying glass, my lord, it becomes clear what the nature of this bright line really is. Oh, does it? Goodness, what is that? Wait. Wait, does it? Wait, now I'm... Hold on. No, it doesn't. You still can't... What do you mean if you look... Okay. Lies. It's all lies. You're the... I don't like that. Anyway. Undeniably, some flash of light, yes. Oh, golly. Do you think it might be lightning? But it could have been a finer day. I believe we may be looking at fire. A bolt of fire to strike for the blue like an arrow. Indeed, even my aging eyes, it would appear to be a flame of some sort. Are you suggesting this flame struck the hydrogen gas that fills the balloon? That's absurd. The balloon would have been 60 feet above the ground at the time. Huh. No flame could possibly have reached such a height.
Objection.
Actually, it's my opinion that a particular piece of evidence found at the scene reveals how this exactly this happened. What evidence? If such evidence exists, then for goodness sake, present it, man! Which evidence? La 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 la. This was found hidden at the foot of a small ornamental tree near the scene. Is that a crossbow? An arrow dipped in oil instead of light could have been shot from this weapon, sending a flaming arrow straight into the hydrogen-filled balloon. Are you suggesting that a crossbow was used deliberately? Blimey, you're right! I struck a light on the photo. Looks just like an arrow, don't it? Then, the explosion of the balloon, it was very likely the result of a flaming arrow from this crossbow igniting the hydrogen gas inside it. No! Hey, mamma mia! Order, Consul, this is an extraordinary supposition. If the aim was to cause the balloon to explode, the shooter could have used a gun, of course. However, there's an obvious reason why that would have been out of the question. The noise of the discharge, of course. That's right. By using a crossbow, the projectile could be fired at the balloon silently. Well, yeah, if someone had shot a gun off the exhibition grounds, it would have caused a real panic. But with the big explosion, there was a big panic anyway, no? I don't like this. I should be pleased to have found a plausible new explanation for all this. But something feels wrong.
Objection!
Do you understand the implications of what you're saying, my esteemed colleague? If a flaming arrow did indeed hit the balloon, then obviously it would have exploded. If the birdcage appeared from the cloud of smoke that ensued... What? Wait a minute! What are you really saying here? I don't get it. Was the birdcage beamed up in the sky after all, or what? My goodness me. Now I understand. That's what this sinking feeling is all about. I think there's a good chance that the birdcage was actually concealed inside the balloon all along. What? Did I hear you correctly, Counsel? There's no going back now. The horse is bolted. Let's assume, as I said, that the birdcage was hidden inside a green balloon from the start. On stage, when the experiment started, the birdcage and the instantaneous kinesis machine disappeared in a cloud of smoke. At the moment, the flaming arrow was fired from the ground, causing the green balloon to explode and drawing the attention of the spectators to the sky above their heads. From amid the smoke, the hidden birdcage then appeared to fall down and crash into the crystal tower. I think you all agree it's entirely plausible that what I've just described is the real truth behind the miraculous experiment carried out that day. This is... Good grief!
Objection!
This is ludicrous. What you've described is no science experiment. It's child's play. A contemptible display of stage magic. Both Mr. Sholmes and Iris said that the experiment was a scientific impossibility. In which case, this is the only way to explain what happened that day. In any case, the victim's body was found inside the birdcage in the crystal tower. If the instantaneous kinesis didn't take place, how do you explain that? I don't know. If I may put in a word as a man of magic myself, such apparent discrepancies can easily be explained by some simple deception. Juror number 3. All that would need is a doppelganger, someone who looked very similar to the victim, Mr. Osmond. And having this man appear on stage in front of the show is a body double. Yes, of course, so in fact, Mr. Osmond must have been inside the birdcage that was concealed inside the balloon right from the start.
Objection!
That balloon would have been filled with hydrogen. Anything hidden inside it would have been scattered to 4 winds when it exploded. No one would have ever embarked on such a risky venture. Not necessarily. The explosive force of the balloon gas would very much depend upon a mixture ratio. Juror number 4. Flying balloons are rarely filled with pure hydrogen, but a mixture of other gases such as helium as well. Helium on its own doesn't explode, but by controlling the gas mixture ratio, the explosive force can be altered. The mixture ratio. Obviously, the victim's body would have suffered some burns. That would be unavoidable. But not to such an extent as to render this whole obscene charade impossible. Can I predict something? And maybe I'm tripping. His apprentice, yeah? My dead best friend. His apprentice, yeah? My dead best friend, who's not dead, is the real Reaper. And that was his arrow. Alright? The prediction's out there. Alright? It's freaking called like the Return of the Lost Soul or something. Like, come on, he's gotta be alive. And I'm actually kind of, like, I feel really toyed with right now. That's my prediction. Coming in cold. Alright, so everything that happened can be explained logically and scientifically. The explosion that engulfed the stage at the start of the experiment was no accident. It was all part of an elaborate deception to make it appear that instantaneous kinesis had occurred. Well, Goodness me. And if we accept that this is what happened, it means that the victim, Mr. Osmond, was never present on the public experimentation stage to begin with. In short, he couldn't have been killed by the defendant, who was on stage in full view the entire time. Actually, he could have. He could have. Because technically, he could have set it up and put him in the balloon in the first place. This will be very hard for the prosecution to counter. Lord Van Zieks can't credibly maintain that Professor Harebrained is the suspect now. Is that Professor Harebrained? Van Zieks hasn't done jack this time. He's been doing it for us. Mr. Naruto, I appreciate your efforts. Thank you. Professor. But you can stop now. Just keep your mouth shut, please. Sorry? What's all this about, Mr. Harebrained? I, Albert Harebrained, hereby confess that it was me who stabbed Mr. Odie Osmond. Yes, it was me, with my faithful friend and partner, Andrew the Screwdriver. What are you doing? It's a big sham. He'd rather get hanged than have people know that his experiments are a sham. And that's not even unrealistic, bro. Defendant, explain this sudden confession. Professor Harebrained, what are you talking about? It's what I've said all along. I must protect my hypothesis and my precious machine. You stand there and claim it was all a trick, all an elaborate prank, but where's your proof? No, you'd have to examine the machine if you wanted to prove it, but then it would all be over. My beautiful hypothesis would be laid bare. I mean the indignity of it. It's clear that you drew the plans for the experiment, but you didn't actually build it. It's quite conceivable that you were duped, Professor Berg! Yes? I'll cooperate. I'll do whatever you say. I swear it. So please, ensure that the special is adhered to and protects my creation. You suck. Pray forgive the discourtesy of filling my hallowed chalice at this critical conjuncture. Here's to my learned friend. What? And his upcoming attempt to clarify the defense's position in light of the accused's confession. Do you intend to formally assert that the experiment was nothing more than a conjuring trick? Because the moment you do, the Special Dispensation for Scientific Equipment Act that protects the professor's invention will cease to apply. The prosecution will then demand a rigorous examination of the machinery involved in order to establish the truth. Well, yeah, that's what needs to happen. However, if you acknowledge that the machine is genuine and instrumental in the victim's murder, any chance of investigating will be crushed, and the confidentiality of the professor's hypothesis preserved. Well, counsel, what is the defense's official position on this matter? What Professor Harebrained, my client, actually asked of me was to prove that the explosion on stage was an accident and protect the secrecy of his hypothesis. But there's no way to do that without implying the professor's guilt. Do I protect my client's life by asserting his innocence, or do I uphold my client's requests but see him condemned? Either way, I can't avoid betraying his trust. You've been silent long enough. Isn't talking your trade, my learned friend? Or has all knowledge of English escaped you? Bro! Stop! I thought you developed. Can you snap on him, please? Just like slap this man around. Mr. Naruto! There's no escape here. I have to make a choice. But it's an important one. I have to give up on something, but what? The defense asserts that the defendant's instantaneous explosion was in fact La 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 la. It was a trick. It was 100% a trick. And I assert the truth. I have betrayed my client so many times, and this client sucks. So. No, I can't say it. My client places faith in me. I just can't let him down. What must I give up on is not a question you have to ask here. It's what can I protect? Mr. Schultz! Oh, wait! Wait! Ah! Hi! Hi! I thought it was Mr. Schultz! It's Susanna-san! What's up? Hello again, Mr. Nanowrimo. It's been far too long. Yet again, another beautiful woman comes in to sweep in and protect me. Susanna-san! But what are you? Hey-ya! Ah! My first Susanna takedown in months! There'll be time to talk later, Mr. Nanowrimo. For now, we must concentrate on the task at hand. Which is working out not what I have to give up on, but what I can protect. Professor Hairbrain. Ha! Yes? Yesterday you told me that science is the pursuit of truth. Well, my job is to pursue the truth too. Yes, of course. And personally, I believe that you didn't stab Mr. Osmond. I think you've come to realize something yourself too, haven't you? That your experiment and the machine you built with the victim are questionable. The truth behind that is what we both must pursue now. Ah! Stop it! You sassy little... So, you've finally opened your eyes. What? And as for you, Albert, you can't ignore this any longer. Having heard my learned friend's assertion, don't you have something to say? But Berg! Lord Van Zieks? Gosh, I've never heard him speak that way before. In truth, there is one thing. Something I've remembered that's of relevance. What? On the day that happened, just before I began the experiment, I saw a man near the stage. A man holding that crossbow. I beg your pardon. I'm telling you, it's gonna kill me, and I hope I'm wrong. I think it's my dead best friend, guys. I think it's Katsuma, or however you pronounce his name. Asagi Katsuma? Yeah, that's was, yeah. I think it was him, but okay. Professor, I'm already sad if that's true, and I hope I'm wrong. Did the man have any distinguishing features? What did he look like? Taller than me, and thinner than me, and with straighter and wider than mine. Wider? Let me see, one less lens than me too. A monocle. A rather stylish black monocle. What? One thing particular about Positive Van, you see? I know him very well. After all, he's the engineer who built my invention. Oh. Okay, maybe I'm off base. What? I would love to be off base. He built the machine? That's right. Mr. Osmond introduced him to me a year ago. How long have I been here in London? How long have I been in London? A year? Have I been here a year? Guys, he's a man by the name of Enoch Drebber. Enoch Drebber! Does this name mean something? Members of the jury seem flustered. Not a name of any scientist wish to hear. The man's an abomination. Not a man any conjurer wish to hear either. Okay, I don't think that'd be... Who on earth is he? I'm afraid this isn't the first tale of the nature I've heard of scientific circles in connection with that name. There's talk of another flamboyant experiment that turned to be nothing but stage trickery in the end. Obviously, the rascal after the government's research grant money. Well, I don't think he was in charge of that. I genuinely... I know his assistant is him. It's gotta be. The chin shape, man. Well, magicians are in need of money. I've heard them resorting to these underhand tactics. Some acquaintances of mine with experiments of things have mentioned Enoch Drebber's name before. And that's how he's been getting his money. I don't know. Maybe? Guys. I feel like by the time this video's out, I'll have finished the game, like, because I pre-play and then put out videos, so, okay. So I think spoilers in the comments should be fine by the time this is out, but, you know, okay. The man is both an engineer and a magician. Yes, we're dealing with an unparalleled confidence trickster here. You're either going to be commenting that I am so stupid, or that I am an absolute genius, and then be like, you played it before, you're faking your reaction. I did not fake my reaction. Because I genuinely, I hope I look stupid. I hope I'm wrong. That's Enoch Drebber for you. Is this guy a year ago? Have I been here a year? I don't remember. I know it's been 6 months since I was barred. And then I think that was... Guys, is it Katsuma? Is it him? I swear. Is it him? He knows how to shoot a crossbow, doesn't he? So it's true then. My invention. My great machine. It was just a grand illusion. Considering what we've heard from Mr. Drebber's about Mr. Drebber's character, I'm sorry to say that sounds increasingly likely. Even though no one believed it, I wanted to. I wanted to believe that machine would function exactly as my hypothesis predicted. Which is why you were so opposed to it being investigated, I presume. I knew that if the machine was examined in detail, its construction would give away my hypothesis. Obviously, I didn't want that to happen, but at the same time, I knew that if it was found to be nothing more than a trick, than a work of deception, then everything I'd worked towards, all my research, all my dreams, my whole life would be over. Katsuma... I don't know. I have this theory that Katsuma's the Reaper. I don't know about all this, but the Reaper thing, and not like he's been doing it the whole time, but like he did like the latest ones. But then again, he was there at the picture. I don't know, guys. I don't know. I was terrified of that prospect because he was in the picture. Shoot, he was in the picture, so it could have been. I don't know, guys. I don't know. I'm so confused. So you really have no idea then, did you? About the true nature of the machine that was built and the true nature of Mr. Drebber? Maybe I am stupid. I just want my best friend to be alive again. I never questioned anything. I didn't want to question it. It's entirely possible that Mr. Osmond and Mr. Drebber were working together to use you as a means of fraudulently acquiring the research grant money. Yeah. I feel... Drebber's probably somebody else. Maybe. When I announced my invention to the crowds that day, it was the finest moment of my career. I pulled all the levers and turned in the dials in exactly the way Drebber had described. What's this? When the smoke suddenly started billowing out, I panicked. I didn't know what was happening. But I really don't know how the whole illusion was made to work. I don't know anything anymore. That's sad. Okay, I feel bad for you a little bit. Let me confirm one final point with you, Professor. So he's just an idiot. Do you now consent to the prosecution submitting the necessary paperwork to release your invention from the protection afforded by the Special Dispensation for Scientific Equipment Act? Yes, please go ahead. I'm very sorry. That's so sad. But kind of obvious. It would appear that we shall have to suspend proceedings for the remainder of the day now. Lord Van Zeeks. My lord. The court has newly been made aware of another party whose involvement in this matter is critical. Yes, Mr. Drebber. Gather information about the man if possible. I should like him served with a subpoena. With pleasure, my lord. Now, counsel for the defense. Yes, my lord? When we reconvene, I shall be looking for one thing and one thing alone from you. Evidence that the defendant is innocent of the crime for which he presently stands accused. I understand. Good. In that case, this court is adjourned until tomorrow morning. Katsuma? Katsuma, I swear, I hope I'm wrong. I don't know if you're both people. That might be a bit of a stretch. But if you've been serving as like the Reaper or something stupid. And I'm not saying he was the Reaper in all the cases, because obviously that would make no sense. I just think he did something sketchy this time. So this time he's the Reaper. He's not always the Reaper. I don't know what the whole Reaper thing is like. Is it really just it happens to happen? I don't know. I'm so invested. This is only the third case. This is crazy for a third case. Mr. Naruhodo. Yes? I'm so sorry. I was wrong. You were right. I tricked you. You trusted me. I dragged you into my mess. Oh, how did it come to this? I'm so sorry. Did you really have no idea, Professor? About what Mr. Drebber was really up to, I mean? About what he was really constructing? Naturally! A machine was the embodiment of my hypothesis, of all my hopes and dreams. I had complete faith in it. Alright, in that case, I won't say any more. Now, sadly, the murder accusation against you still stands. So we must do some investigation as we can. Do as much investigation as we can before the trial resumes tomorrow. Well, thank you for doing so much for me. I forgot she was here. I got so caught up. I'm so sorry for arriving late this morning, Mr. Naruhodo. Arriving late? Didn't you receive my postcard? I wanted to let you know when I'd arrive. Postcard? What postcard? I hid it from you, Rudo, so it would be a surprise. Well, did it work? Yeah, it worked. Oh dear, I'm so sorry. I was just so happy to see you again that sort of slipped out. Maybe we could stick to more traditional displays of emotion in the future. Susie's train was late in London's Victoria this morning, you see. But we made the coachman really whip the horses hard so she didn't miss the whole trial. I was watching from the gallery for a while, but in the end, I'm afraid I couldn't contain myself. Well, I'm glad you didn't. Oh? Having you at my side in court gives me the strength I need to win. So, I'm delighted to see you back in London. I kind of ship them. Oh, you're too kind, Mr. Naruhodo. I'm delighted to be here. Is there an age difference? Hold on. How do how old? Oh, shoot. 16. Never mind, I don't ship them anymore. I don't ship them anymore. I didn't say that. I didn't know she was that young. Okay. I hope I can continue to be of service to you. Of course. So, what's brought you back? They're just so cute. Okay, fine. Their friendship is adorable, though. Did Professor Mikitoba not protest? Let's save all that conversation for when we're back at home, shall we? You know, I've made one of my most special blends ever for this special occasion. Oh, Iris, how wonderful. I can't wait. Susato-san was back in London. It's hard to describe how happy that made me feel at the time, but despite my elation, our tale was about to take yet another extraordinary... Katsuma, I swear! If he is here, if he is... Oh. Is he here? Was that him? Is he Van Ziek's prodigy assistant dude? And did he shoot that arrow? I feel like maybe he didn't shoot that arrow. Maybe that's a bit of a stretch. I know that one guy's him, but I don't know. I feel like maybe he could have been stabbing people as of late. Anyway, see you next time for more emotional trauma.